Hey, 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 it is your girl, Miss B. Welcome, 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 welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here. Sit back, relax, and take off your shoes if you haven't already, and let's have a grown folks conversation. Today's hot topic is going to be the John Morant story. Let's get into it. I'm going to try to make this quick. Three things. One, I've watched since this story broke on social media, Twitter specifically, where I saw it yesterday. It has been a nonstop conversation surrounding John Morant. Correct? Okay. The problem is this is his second incident on IG Live with a GUN, and it's self-inflicted. It's not his friends doing certain things. It is Ja doing, showing, displaying this earn. And it is taking a lot of people by surprise to a degree, especially since he's had several stories, articles come out alleging certain things surrounding this particular subject. And you would think that because he makes over $100 million, right? You would think that he would make better choices. He would surround himself with security. He would um, do certain things. And a lot of people are blaming his age. Oh, he's 23. You know, he he's gonna make mistakes. We've all made mistakes, and I agree with that to a degree. However, we have to be careful and understand that our decisions impact everything surrounding us, everything around us. Any decision, including not making a decision, is a decision. Any decision that we make will impact everything that's around us. It impacts our livelihood, our freedom, it impacts our family, it impacts everything around us. It can impact your friends, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. It could impact everything. And in this case, Jar's going down a path that could end in a tragic situation that none of us want to see happen. Now, I don't follow Ja. I'm not a Memphis Grizzly fan. However, the more I kept listening to Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith, Chris Broussard, and others, um, others I can't think. Richard Jefferson and so forth and on. The more I kept listening to them on their respective platforms and sports media channels, I realized, and something just came to me, and I was like, oh, let me make a quick video. Even though I don't really, I'm trying my best not to chase hot topics. I don't think I want to go down that path, but I was sitting there listening, and I was like, oh, this came to mind, so let me just talk about it real quick. So I 100% agree with Shannon Sharp, and I agree with him the first time he spoke on the first incident. And I know a lot of people he received a lot of backlash due to his stance. But a lot of times, what people don't like is they don't like people to challenge them to do right. They don't want to be exposed and held accountable for their decisions that are or that could be a detriment to them, their brand, and everything else that surrounds them. It could be bad, and it has been bad. Let's not act like him not making the All NBA is because of on the court, like he didn't perform on the court. A lot of people did not vote him on the All NBA due to his off court situations. And if you don't believe me, go listen to the Gilbert Arenas um, YouTube video where they had talked about this, and Kenyon Martin brought it up on that Gilbert Arenas um, podcast or YouTube video, how whatever, whichever way you listen to it. And then also Kendrick Perkins, even though he's not my favorite person, he even mentioned it on ESPN First Take today. Again, I always say to myself, you have to understand that every decision you make, it impacts everybody around you. There's no decision that you make that does not have an impact on somebody else. And in this case, Ja Morant decisions are impacting his daughter for the and that should be his one and only reason to change. And I'm not gonna tear him down, so I'm gonna leave that alone. But I really will hope that he would change. Even if he doesn't change for himself, I believe he needs to find out his reason why. Why is he in the NBA? What is his purpose in the NBA? What do you want to accomplish in the NBA? And if you want to continue to live this luxury lifestyle that you are afforded, and you are bringing generational wealth into your family, and you are allowing yourself to be in a position to provide your daughter with generational wealth, then I think you need to look hard and long in the mirror and say, what is it? What is wrong? And where did I go wrong? And what started all of this? And the one person that I think will be ideal to help him in this situation and that could help answer the right, or ask, not answer, ask the right questions is none other than Iyanla Vanzant. I believe that she will be ideal to help him to bring her in while while he's been suspended, which it's been already reported that uh he will receive a long suspension. He will be suspended for a long time. And so, with that being said, I think Iyanla would be ideal to sit down with him and talk over some things while he's uh, away from the game. I think that she will be ideal because again, she will ask him the right questions. She has some tools that I think will help him really get to the root of the issue, because it is a root issue. And one of the things Charlamagne said, because I was listening to the Breakfast Club today too, is that he said that he believes it's an identity issue. And I tend to agree with this. However, even if it is, I think she could help with that, because she would, if you ever watch Iyanla Fix My Life, she has great tools and she will ask the right questions that will make him dig deep, and she will not allow him to give BS answers or surface answers, should I say, in the psychology world. She will not allow him to give her surface answers. So that would be my first thing that I think that he should do in order to turn this situation around, because it's not all lost, but he has to make the changes because he is on a very thin ice. He's on very thin ice. And speakers tell you not to say very, sorry. He's on thin ice. And so with that being said, I think she will be ideal. That's step one. Step two would be to get him a mentor long term. And there's 4 to 5 guys that I'm going to mention. Sorry, that I think will be ideal for him. And the reason why I say that is because they will not be hung up on his celebrity status. They will not be hung up on his name. They will not be hung up on who he is. They will be able to move past that and get to be a mentor that will give it to him straight with no chaser. They will be honest. They will be transparent. They will be real and raw with him. And these 5 guys, I think, will be ideal for him. One is Omari Hardwick because he already um, has mentioned that he has been mentors. He has been a mentor, or is still a mentor to a Draymond Green, a Kyrie Irving, a Jason Tatum, and so forth and on and so forth and on. And then you have Eric Thomas, Dr. Eric Thomas, I should say, which is ET. I think ET, I know ET will give it. One, I know Amari, I know all of these guys will give it to them real. If you ever pay attention, if you ever listen to um, their their interviews, you can tell that they are very, what you see is what you get. They 100% is who they are. They secure in who they are. They know how to help others. They won't be anyone that will backstab someone. I don't get none of that from them. I feel like they are real men. They are who they are. They keep their word. They operate in integrity is the word I'm looking for. They operate in integrity. And so Omari Howard, Dr. Eric Thomas, which is E.T. the hip hop preacher. I do believe Jeff Johnson would be ideal. I do believe Kenyon Martin and Stack Jack. And then also too, so I said 5, and the more I keep recording this, because I keep recording it and listening to it over and don't like it. But the other person would be Matt Barnes. I think they all are real guys that have lived life, experienced life, and can give it to him straight and not care about who he is in terms of, and when I say that, let me bring clarity to that. When I say not care about who he is, meaning they're not stuck up on his celebrity status. In fact, all of them are at a celebrity status. Maybe not Jeff Johnson, as I don't think Jeff Johnson is as um Jeff Johnson is well known. Maybe not as well known as the other guys, but he's well known. But again, I still don't think that he would be caught up in John Morant as John Morant. He would be more concerned about John Morant and really using his government name. I don't know what his government name is because I don't really follow John, but the more I kept listening to this story and the things that have been coming out about him, I never once talked about it, but I these 2 steps came to mind, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna put it on YouTube and let it be what it's gonna be." But I think that again, I'm not gonna tear him down. We all make mistakes. Yes, we're all um, have made a lot of crazy decisions at 22, 23, in our 20s, however old he is. But that does not mean that we can continue to make the mistake, because again, this is not his first incident. This is the second incident, minus the articles or the alleged stories. We don't know if they true or not, but if they were true, this is maybe like the 4th or 5th time. So we're just going to go with this is the second time because we don't know those other stories to be true. But we do know that the 2 IG incidents are true. Therefore, he needs to take a quick look in a long, not quick, a long look in the mirror, because he is on the highway doing 120 miles per hour, and he has to slow down and get off at the next exit and make a U-turn and really think about, what are my goals? Yes, I made it to the NBA. That's one goal that I accomplished. Great. You are in the what, 1% that make it to the NBA? Awesome. Don't let this slip out of your hands. Because your bad decisions, your decisions impact everyone, including you. So it's time to wake up and smell the roses, because it ain't always gonna be roses. You got it good. Don't fumble the bag. I need somebody in his camp to call Iyanla or call somebody that's gonna give it to him straight through the counseling. So he needs counseling, a deep dive in counseling. He needs a mentor. Because what the counselor don't do, the mentor can pick up. You need security. You need a team. You gotta move differently. You gotta make different choices. Because as Chris Broussard said earlier today on FS1, he said, and a couple other people said this too, you're starting to bring attention to the wrong set of people. And you don't want these people to start paying attention to you and start challenging you, because it could lead to a road that you cannot come back from. As Charlemagne said this, and I'm going to close with this. This is a general quote. It's not a Charlemagne's quote. He quoted another quote. Basically, and I'm going to paraphrase, your talent can take you places that your character cannot keep you. So you got to have good character in order to keep you in those places that your talent will open up doors for you, but your character will keep you there. So Ja is going to have to think about, yes, you are talented, you are, but your character is what's going to keep you in the NBA as you continue to work on your and developing your talent.